Hey everybody! If you hear some raindrops, it's because it's raining outside. We are traveling through the mountains of Kentucky right now, and I thought to myself, what do people really need to hear that I could bring to them? And systems. Systems can be beautiful and take a lot of anxiety off of you. Because a good system, you think about it, when it's one of the roles of a manager at a business is to provide systems to people. It's like a kind of more of an algorithmic way to do things. Do this, and that. But I just wanted to come across, tell you about systems in your personal life and how they can relieve anxiety. So let's take I don't have diabetes, thankfully, but let's take someone that has diabetes, for example, and they have insulin that they have to inject on a regular basis. So an example of a system is that they test their blood sugar at any time of the day or after a meal in the day, and it provides a number, and then based on that number they select a number on their insulin pen. All of it, it turns and clicks and adjusts the level. I've not done that for someone before, but that's how I understand it to be, and that's a system. And so likewise, if you have a health condition that you're concerned about and there's an evidence-based treatment for it, I'll go ahead and say evidence-based treatment because people have done a lot of research for you, and there's certain things that maybe you know them to work for you and it's been years, so have at it, but there's certain things that it's going to say that it helps this, and it's going to be on the internet that it helps that, but it might be the case that cranberry and UTIs, I've heard this, that if you look it up on the internet, it's going to say that or have a hard and fast source. It might even tell you that cranberry is not effective for UTI, because UTI is a bacterial infection, and while a diuretic or flavonoids, is that what I'm trying to say? Yeah, that might help. It might help with UTI, but a lot of credible sources are just going to go ahead and say that it doesn't, because they don't want you to endanger yourself by relying on that instead of a medicine for it. But if you have a health condition, instead of sitting around and worrying about what is watching apple cider vinegar on Netflix, that one's a little bit more the scary side of holistic natural path stuff. But if you've done it for years and it works pretty good for you. So, if you have a system, the most basic one would be taking a medicine at a certain time every day. But then, you can just get more complex with that. If something's not working, you take a little bit more every day. Oh, okay, I'm getting way too far into this because this is not medical advice. I'm just trying to come up with some examples for you. My cat has a kidney condition, chronic kidney failure, and I have gone through a lot of different trials of things to be able to treat him while I'm out of the house. So he's got a system now. I wrote a system, and it did take some experimenting, but I believe it's a system that's going to serve him pretty well while I'm outside of the house. Things evolve. That might not be a great example because things just keep evolving, and he needs more and more help. We want to make him feel good. Let's see. So, what else can you have a system for in your life? The personal thing, I started off with the health thing because it was a lot less stress to worry about something than it is to just do the next step in the system. Because even if you don't think it's working, if you have a system in place and historically it's worked, then to do the next step in the system allows you to stop having to worry about, oh my gosh, what's it called? All bets are off. I'm gonna do a Hail Mary or something. It's stressful doing that and worry about something does not work. Okay. So this leads into a video I'm going to make on automation, but like one thing I noticed, if you have a system, there's a spreadsheet that I keep talking about that really did help me, and I need to start using it again. It's called Things to Do Purpleized. You enter in the date you last did something that is recurring. You enter in the interval at which you want to do it. And you also enter in the name of what it is. And so, what you do when you're going through, you just regularly change the date that you last did it. And it will calculate the number of days it's been since. And it will come up with a, it'll take that interval between today and the date that you last did it, and come up with a coefficient that would tell you like how soon you need to do it, and it would progressively colorize it purple. Very arbitrary, but I like it. And that's a system, you know? And so it keeps you from like worrying about doing things that you don't need to do yet. And it also is a system to remind you of all these things. Sweet. So one of the things on my Things to Do Purpleized spreadsheet is mow the grass and do the dishes. So mowing the grass, it gets progressively harder to do. You could put it off and it would look fine for a while, but it gets progressively harder to do. Use an electric lawnmower if you can have so little acreage that you can get away with using one. Use one, because it's so much better than gas when it comes to the emissions. But some people have to use gas because of the amount of space that they have. But yards are kind of like this conspiracy anyway, because they started English gardens and there's not much of a reason for yards. Okay, getting off point. Okay, another thing is dishes. I save so much time if I go ahead and put the dishes up, because otherwise, like I've been doing recently, I'm like in there 5 times a day opening the dishwasher to retrieve something. And I guess if it were like counter height, it might not be that much of a time suck or like a pain in the back, literally. But you're bending down and doing it, and so it just saves so much more time. And so, thus, on my Things to Do Purpleized spreadsheet, the name of dishes is put the dishes up. You know, so I don't get to enter the date until I actually put all the dishes up. All right. Also, you know, when you make note of it to record a system, like think about a system you have to make pizza. I'm making a pizza system right now. I want it on my tombstone. I wanted to say, Tyler, he made a good pizza. You know, so don't worry about me. I'm fine. But if you record your system, then you can remember what you did in past occurrences. And so there's different iterations of pizzas that I thought were particularly good. And so there's some that I made a month ago that I haven't documented exactly what I did. And I could reproduce it if I could get a 65-degree day. Okay, guys, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.